zeros. We're good.
Did you play?
She did. I didn't do it.
You're going.
Cool. What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Hell of a job too, Liam. That was funny as shit. That black dude, I don't know his name. He was funny. I like that.
It was Dermot.
Dumont or something?
Not Dermot.
Quentin Dumont. What was it?
One of them.
Yeah, they were good. I like that. So this is the Virgin Chronicles. You know, this is the first time I've ever been up here. And if you look around in the audience, you will not see two people, and that is my mom and dad. Because I'm not a Melly if I go home and they see this shit. I've actually kept this entire thing a secret to them. Because a couple weeks ago, I shit you not, my mom, we're watching commercials, and it's a Charmin commercial of like the fucking polar bears wiping their asses with like weird salt. Yeah, she gets it. And my mom turns around to me and she says, Greg, I don't know how they put this on television. This is so vulgar. And at that moment right there, I was like, fuck, this is a lose-lose situation here, because either I shit the bed here like I'm doing right now, or I become somewhat successful and my mom disowns me and I have to change my last name. So, you know, I lose here. So here we go. I really don't know how to start this shit. The Virgin Chronicles, there you go, Steve. The Virgin Chronicles is my first time doing everything except having sex, because, you know, I just had a regular ass first time. This is really fucking bright in here. But, so to start it off, I'm 16 years old and I'm ready to get fucking hammered at a country concert. We're going to the Susquehanna Bank Center at the time. It's actually the BB&T Pavilion now. And I'm ready to get fucking hammered. I went to an all-boys school, so you can imagine I didn't talk to girls until I was like 22, and that's how old I am right now. So I was ready to get drunk. I'm ready to talk to bitches, you know, get my groove on, which I had none of, as you know. I'm gonna move this, get acclimated. So I'm ready, and you know, we're late as shit. I have 45 minutes to drink. And I need to get fucked up because I look like I'm 12 because I'm 16 years old and I can't walk into there and have alcohol. So I'm ready. We go into a parking lot and there are girls there that should not be hanging out with me. Like, they are far too attractive to be hanging out with me. I was the type of dude that shouldn't be hanging out with girls at all. And so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be the coolest dude here. You know, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go, oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm going balls to the wall. So I get to the parking lot and I just start crushing buds, dude. Like, I'm a total bro. I'm going fucking Brian O'Donnell style. I'm an OD for a minute, just crushing buds like a fucking loser. And I'm fucking hyped because I'm saying these bitches are bad shit, and I'm like 104 pounds on a really, really good day. And I start shotgunning beers, and I haven't shotgunned since then for this reason, and I'm absolutely fucking hammered. Like, I am 14 beers, I shit you not, 14 beers deep in 40 minutes of 100 pounds of white kid, and it just went right through me. Like, I didn't even, like, you know when you're getting fucked up and you go, like, sober, it's like you're kind of feeling, you're getting buzzed, and then you get hammered. I was, like, sober, I blinked, and I was fucking gone. Like, I was drunk as shit. Like, yeah, you get it. And, I somehow get into this concert, and I sit down on the lawn, and 3 minutes in, I'm just projectile vomiting, like, hard as shit. And I look up, and there's a cop poking me on the back, and I'm like, God damn it, you know? I'm out like this. I should never have done anything. And, cop takes me, all my buddies are like, we lost him. You know, there goes Greg. Because that's usually what happened. You got grabbed, and, you know, that was the end of your night. Your parents were coming. You probably weren't even coming to school for the next week because you had a black eye from your mom and dad. So I'm like, fuck, I'm dead. I gotta say something. So the guy's like, hey, you seem like a nice kid, Greg. Like, you seem like a good guy. He told the other cop to leave. This is a dude in fucking law enforcement officer. This isn't just like an EMT dude. This is a fucking cop. And he's like, yeah, you seem like a good kid. You know, I don't want any problems. Like, where's your mom and dad? And I'm like, they're in Hawaii right now. They can't come pick me up. But you know, my brother is always there. So we walked like a mile to the bathroom, and all the stalls are fucking locked. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even know what was going on. I was incoherent as shit. And the cop knocks on a stall, puts his badge over the stall. The guy scurries out because, you know, it's a cop. And he tells me to sit down. So here I am just sitting on the toilet, like just like drooling in between my dick, and I'm just like, and I'm thinking, yo, this is a good ass cop. He's gonna leave me go. No, he didn't. He didn't do that at all. What he did was actually the opposite. He got into the stall with me, which was weird, but I didn't think anything of it, and it was from there one of the worst days of my life. And so what happened was the guy says, you know, Greg, I don't want to get you in trouble, as he's right here. Like, I don't want to get you in trouble here, Greg. You seem like a really good kid. What can you do for me to help me forget about what just happened? And I'm like, oh, fuck. Am I going to suck this dude's dick? I might have to suck. Fuck, I'm gonna have to tell my brother I sucked the guy's dick. He's been thinking I was gay for the last like 16 years. So it's not a good start to tell my brother I'm straight. I'm a virgin at that point for a couple more years too, but we're not gonna talk about that. I was a virgin and I was like, holy shit, I became sober all of a sudden. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna suck this guy's dick. I got the one fucking gay cop in the entire state of New Jersey. I was like, I'll stop drinking if that's all it takes. And he says, it's not enough for me. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, I'm really gonna fucking blow this guy. And I was about to say it too, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gay if you wouldn't suck that dude's dick right there. And I was like, yo, I got money. I can give you money if you want it. I had $41 in my wallet. I just want to let everyone know that I had $41 in my wallet. I had to take the train home in fucking Trenton, Camden, New Jersey, wherever, you know. Turn that off? I don't know. I was in Camden, New Jersey. I was about to get fucking killed. But I'm like, dude, I got money, and he's like, now we're talking. And I was like, really? All right. Corrupt police officers 101. Gotta love it. I was like, all right. Well, I have $41 in my wallet I can give you. He's like, nah, I don't want to be a dick and take all your money. And I was like, all right. Well, I'll give you 20, and he's like, nah, it's not enough. I gave the guy $40. Take the fucking $41 at that point, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? You leave me? Oh, thanks, dude. I would rather blue you than go home with $1. Fucking cocksucker, like, are you kidding me? And I'm just like bamboozled. Like, fucking bamboozled. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? The cop doesn't even say a word. He takes the money and he just walks out. And he locks the door behind me, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened? I get back on the lawn, and everyone's like, Melly, what happened? I was like, dude, I don't even know. Like, I may have sucked his dick. I'm still drunk. I don't remember. I'm like, I could have sucked his dick. It was good. Whatever it was, I'll do it again. Yeah. And I am on the phone. I have like a flip phone, and I'm just absolutely violently puking for like 6 hours, just texting my brother, like, dude, like, never gonna drink again. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I almost sucked the guy's dick. And Steve's like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're fine. And that's, honestly, the theme of tonight is every bad thing that has ever happened to me. I've texted my brother and be like, dude, we gotta talk. And he's just like, fuck, dude, something's wrong. And that is the god darndest truth. First times are just really, they're really not my thing. Like, you can tell right now, you know.
Hey, dude, nice.
I haven't talked so much in a while. Alright, transitions I was working on them. I don't really have much. Story number 2. I just want to let all you motherfuckers know too. This shit is real life incidents. I was in the class talking about, like, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm telling my stories, and they're like, oh my god, like, I don't know how you deal with such trauma. Like, you're just a warrior. Like, I'm so proud. Like, you're amazing. Like, you turn it around into comedy. And I was like, dude, thinking back, I didn't even, at the time, I was like, it was funny as shit. I wasn't even, like, traumatized. But, that didn't go well. Write that one down.
We're learning.
I know it's bad news when I hear Steve's the only one laughing. That wasn't gonna work. All right, scrap that one. All right. So yeah, I mean, I go to college. Finally had sex. Woot woot. Yeah. Yeah.
Woot. Even Special Tuesday.
Yeah. My brother gets laid way more than me.
No.
Which is, yeah.
That's not true.
Have you had sex in 2019?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Melly brother.
Yeah.
So Melly is doing great.
Well, everybody.
Yeah.
So I mean, I come into college and I'm looking a little better. You know, I buffed up a little bit senior year of high school, and then buffed back down very quickly. And I'm a sophomore in high school, and I'm ready to just, I mean, I had a good first year. It was fun. I actually had sex, which was cool. Still, it was kind of gross, though. They were nothing to write home about. So, I mean, I'm excited. I got a new roommate. His name's Yandel Dudley, so you can imagine what he looks like. Hell of a guy. 6'4", 275 of just African-American, like purebred. Dude's my best friend. Love him. So we had an RA at the time, and everyone here knows what an RA is, right? And this is like the Ray Lewis of women. She's like 6'1", 240 of just hefty fucking just like grossness. She had this weird infatuation for me. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I'd never talked to this chick a day in my life, and she would just come over because she had like a master key to all our residents, and that sucked because we smoked a lot of weed. Really fucking cool, you know what I mean? Yeah, hashtag weed, dude. Legalize it. Fucking marijuana, dude, bro. So, she just walks over one night, and it's like 10:30, and me and Yandel are just watching a movie. It was a rom-com, too, which is a little gay, but not gay in my first story, so I was confident I could say that. And it was kind of awkward, because she came in, and I was on the big-ass couch at, like, the middle of it, and she just plopped right next to me, and I was like, fuck. So I moved all the way down to the edge of the couch, and Yondel's there, and I'm like texting Yondel, I'm like, dude, whatever the fuck happens, do not leave me. Like, I cannot trust this aggressive ass girl with me. I don't know what's gonna happen. You can't leave me. He's like, bro, I've never do that to you, dude. Like, one love. I was like, all right. Sounds like something he would say. I don't think he said it. But, we're watching this movie, and it's not even like a halfway through. It was like 20 minutes in, this chick starts creeping over to me, and I'm like, Yondel, dude, what the fuck's going on? Like, I'm scared. I don't know how to say no to this girl. She'll beat me up. She would. Yondel fucking bounces. He just gets up and he looks at me like, and he leaves, and he's like, yo, I would never leave you, and he's just leaving, like, yo, dude, yo, night, guys, don't get in too much trouble. And I'm like, I text him, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, yo, just fuck her, dude. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna just fuck this man of a chick. And yeah, I'm sorry, she just, it was hard to look at. If I can lose you in an arm wrestling, I don't want to bang. She can hit me. That's the story. I don't have enough time for that. Anyway, so she just starts creeping over to me, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do here. Like, I can't just be like, yo, RA, go suck my dick, you're a bitch, because that's my RA, and I will be out of school within months or weeks or days the way I was smoking. Again, call back, nothing but weed, dude. Get it? Yeah. And so she's creeping close to me, and I was like, I gotta get out of this situation. I'm gonna fall asleep. So I pretend to fall asleep, which leads in turn to me actually falling asleep. And by this time, she's like on me like a koala bear, and I wake up, I shit you not, I wake up with her tongue inside of my mouth. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? She's like, I thought you were into it. I'm like, at what point did I give you any inclination I wanted to hook up? And I was like, dude, like, you need to go home. Like, I'm gonna go to bed now. She's like, okay, like, is there room for one more? Like, I'll come in. I'm like, no. We're like, what? No. Nice. Real. Yeah, we should have like a laugh button here. Just tell you guys to laugh because that one didn't go well. That is a true story though. So yeah, more drama in my life. So she went out and she tried getting us in trouble for the next like year and a half, and that was weird because she wasn't even my RA after that. But hey, I got the crowd's favorite story coming up because this is still my transitions because clearly I didn't put enough work into that.
Story number 3.
Yeah! Story number 3. Greg not learning his lesson. I was not with my girlfriend at this time. It was a long story. We were with her, we weren't with her. It depends on who you ask. If you ask me, we were not together. If you asked her, we were in love. Which was awkward because I'd never been in love. So that didn't work out, clearly. So I'm working down the shore, Brigantine, the little woot for Brigantine. Yeah, there we go. I'm at Brigantine working down the shore. I'm living the fucking bachelor life, dude. I'm down there solo. Not doing anything but working at an old ass lady deli. And it was the worst job I've ever had, and I've never had a good job. And out of fucking nowhere, and I don't know if you guys know where Brigantine is, but it's like right by Atlantic City, which is like When people say they're from Atlantic City, you're like, yeah. I don't want to talk to you. You probably have a venereal disease.
Got it. Just wait.
Foreshadowing!
Just wait.
Hey!
It's coming.
Where the story's going. So, I had this smoke show mom come in one day, which, you know, for some reason I didn't draw any red flags looking at me in the mirror, you know. 38-year-old Hispanic lady, no hables inglés whatsoever. She came in broken ass English asking if we delivered. And I'm like, dude, we're a fucking deli meats. Why would we deliver? We don't deliver. And she says, okay, I'll see, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. Writes her number on like a post-it note and hands it to me and says, if you ever want to deliver, here's my number. And I was like, oh shit. I'm banging this mom this week. So what did I do? I texted her and it was like hey, it's Greg from the Damn. I was about to say where I work now. Thanks, whoever that was. Yeah.
Paying attention.
I was like, yeah, it's Greg from Joe's Seaside. What's going on? And like, just like I guess that turned her on like crazy, and it was just fake tit pics from there on. And I was like, all right, this is happening like within the 48 hours. And I was home alone, so you know, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, like yo, come on over. And she says, I don't drive, and I was like, weird, because you're 38 and you're a mom. Again, these red flags are not occurring in my head as they are now. And I'm like, oh, I'll come get you. Where are you? She says, Atlantic City. And I said, New Jersey. And she said, yes. And I said, okay, that's all right, red flag number 2, but we're getting after it. I drive to her, and she's not even like in the, she's like outside of like this abandoned apartment complex, just standing outside, and I thought she was a stripper. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna bang the stripper. Like, this is really fucking cool. Really fucking cool. I'm banging the stripper tonight, and we're gonna do it in my nephew's bed. So I'm like, yeah, over here. She's like, oh, okay. And the car ride home was awkward, obviously, because what the fuck are we gonna talk about when we don't even speak the same language? Which was weird. And that was the first time I ever got roadhead, which was cool. And almost crashed the car, which was not cool, and then she stopped because she got nervous. So it was just like and it was done. I was like, oh. I'm like 20, 19 years old. This chick's 38. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in my car? And she comes, and I come into my house, and she literally is wearing the tightest dress I've ever seen a human being wear, like ever in my life. It was like at her vagina, like maybe a little higher, like you could see like a little bit of flop. And some of the girls didn't like that one. They were like, yeah. And why the fuck is my neighbor next door? It's like 11:30 at night, landscaping. At 11:30 at night, I'm like, jeez. And she's coming up, and my neighbor like looks at me, just looks at me like this, and I was like, I gave him like the eyes like the don't tell my dad. And he was like, all right, I got you, have fun. And she comes in, and again, we have nothing to talk about. So I was like, which bed do you want to do it in? Because that was my pickup line when I was 20 years old. I said, which bed do you want to do it in? And she says, oh, I don't nothing. I was like, let's get fucking crazy. Fuck the master suite. Fuck the couch where I always sleep. Let's go into my nephew's bed. So we went up into my nephew's bed, and I'm never gonna bang a 38-year-old again. Even when I'm 38, probably not. Because I felt like a fucking child the whole time. She just told me what to do, and I was like, okay. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And she's like, I'm about to play this out for you. Oh, God, it's the wall. I'm laying right here
Let me watch
at the end of the bed, and she's giving me dome, and it's magnificent. She's been doing this shit for years. And all of a sudden, she just, right here, and then on the other one, and I'm like, so imagine me in that position, because I'm not doing that for the rest of the joke. She bends me over like she's putting a diaper on me, and at first I was like, this is fucking wild, and she just started eating my ass. And we're not talking like, I'm talking like fucking full course meal. She did not mess around, and I was like, oh! And I'm telling you, ladies, if you're with a guy and he has never had his ass eaten, go home right now, eat that man's ass, and if you're not married, you'll be married tomorrow. And if you ask a guy in here to be like, hey, do you like getting your ass eaten? No, honey, I would never want to do that. That man has never had his ass eaten. It was like euphoric. Euphoric. Like, fuck drugs. After that, I was like, I'm gonna get my ass eaten every day and be the happiest man alive. Because that shit was like, oh my, just thinking about it. All right.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, yo, doing this for you, bro. Doing this for you. So she ate my ass, and I returned the favor. I didn't like it. I didn't have any choice because she told me to do it. And I also didn't wrap it up, which is not smart, but it's a very Greg Melly move. Eliana gets that one. I didn't bang Eliana. I just wanted to make sure that I'm just like, we went to. Yeah, right.
Yeah, she shut that down real
She was
quick.
like, fuck, I would never do that. Look at that shit. There's nothing even there. And I did what I was told because she was older than me and she had kids and she scared me and she was intimidating. But it was like the first time in my life where I had sex and I rolled over and I was just like immediately like, what the fuck am I doing? I just banged a chick. I don't even know her name. She doesn't even speak English. And I fucked her in the butt without a condom, and that's not good to do in any hole, and I chose the worst hole. So I'm thinking, I gotta text my brother. I was like, yo, Steve, we just banged a mom. And that was the only reason I did it. I was like, yo, Steve's gonna finally accept me. I'm gonna tell him I banged a fucking mom. I really didn't really get the response I wanted. But, so I drive her home, of course, because, what 38-year-old has their own license? We didn't even talk. It was just like a mutual, like, why we were doing this. It was only one time, and it was just like 13 seconds of weirdness. And, yeah, that was weird. So I drive her home, and, it was the first time I ever banged a mom, which is the theme here, the first time thing, transitions. And, it took a couple of days for me to be like, something's not right. Like, I feel sick to every part of my body, and I'm starting to lose mad weight. I'm starting to like not eat. I can't shit. And very personal here, I took pictures of my asshole because I couldn't shit, and good Lord Jesus Christ, that thing was like a fucking bowling ball of purple. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this wasn't normal. This is not what it looked like before. And when you have sex, you immediately start thinking like, yo, something's wrong. Like, I did it wrong, like, I don't know this chick, something's wrong. And you start looking at your dick like you've never looked at it before, and you're like, yo, that spot was not there before. Like, I swear to God, that spot wasn't there. I went to a J. Cole concert with my brother and Big Case O'Donnell. The whole time, I was crying because I was like, fuck, dude, I'm sick as shit. I thought I had AIDS. Like, full-blown fucking AIDS. I wasn't like, Greg thought he had AIDS, like, what a joke, like, he probably had, like, something. No, I literally thought I had HIV. Like, I was, like, as Magic Johnson without the homosexuality. And dude, I was fucking terrible. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, woo. And I was terrified. I was terrified. I was like, holy shit. I call Steve. What does that mean? 2 minutes. I had like fucking 20. I had like 20 jokes left. All right.
Stand it.
All right, so I'm like, yo, oh shit, like I was preparing for 3 hours. I was wrong. I call my brother. I'm like, dude, like something's wrong. Like, I just want you to be there for when I tell mom and dad. Like, I really just want you to be there for when I tell mom and dad. And Steve was like, dude, I don't think you have AIDS, but I'll be there. Like, don't worry, dude. So I drive home. I quit work early. It's like August 7th, 2017. And I drive home, and I lost mad weight over the month of July and the 7 days of August because I'm scared as fuck. I thought I had AIDS, like I was gonna die. I was just afraid of my mom and dad finding out. I didn't even give a fuck about the AIDS part. And yeah, I'm terrified of them. But so I come home and the first thing I do is I rush myself to the ER. Probably not the smartest move. I wanted to go to a free clinic. Somehow I ended up in an ER. I paid out of pocket because I didn't want insurance because my mom and dad. There we go again. All of this comes back to them. They really fucked up. And I paid $300 out of pocket to get a test, which was a lot of money back then. And I'm driving home, and I don't drive home. I drive straight to the gym. I'm with Steve, and I'm like, yeah, I just got my tests done or whatever. Like, I'm nervous, man. Like, I'm really nervous. And the physician there says, oh, Mr. Melly, like, just one thing is, like, do not expect a call if you're clean. We will not call you if you're clean. But if we call you, it's bad news. Just so if we call you, we're just gonna come back in. We'll talk about your results in person. And I was like, all right, that sounds very weird. You should just call me regardless. Fuck it, I'm not complaining. Not even 20 minutes after my visit, ring, ring, ring. And I'm like, I don't know this number. It's a 215 number. I don't pick up. I'm like, maybe it's just another number. Voicemail left. It's on my phone. If I was recording this, I would put it up in the mic. And she says, hi, it's Kendra, your physician, Mr. Melly. I'm just calling you to discuss your test results. I would really appreciate a call back immediately. I'll be here till 10 p.m. Just call me back when you can. And I played that with my brother. And if you ask Steve now, he was like, yeah, I genuinely thought, I thought you had AIDS. Yeah. I looked at you, you had AIDS. My brother had AIDS. And now I have to walk around like the dude that has my brother is being fucking AIDS. Look what you did. And I was like, holy shit, I have AIDS. I call back and I'm like, hey Kendra, like it's Greg Melly. She's like, oh hey Greg, like just want to let you know everything's negative, nothing's wrong, like you're awesome, you're super good. And I was like, I wanted to curse this bitch out so bad. You have no idea. I wanted to snap on this bitch. Does that mean I'm done?
Just wrap it up.
Encore! You should wrap it up.
Oh, you should wrap that shit up. You gotta wrap it up. No more AIDS.
The thing is, that was all planned. She said, wrap it up, get it? Because I didn't wear a condom. That was the joke of the night that my brother caught on to, so congratulations. I had other jokes, just in short. I hallucinated for like 15 hours in the bathroom one time, and that was atrocious. And I graduated college somehow, alive, without STDs or unplanned pregnancies, which is really cool because those are the two scariest things. I also just really want to appreciate everyone that came out. It means a lot to me. You know, nothing like watching Greg Melly shit the bed the first time he goes up and this does stand up. So I really appreciate everyone coming out.
One more time for the show you just saw, folks. Thanks for coming out, and hey, throw some money in the donation bucket.